Hey everyone, it's Lexie. So in today's video, I'll be sharing with you the books that I think will be 5-star reads. So these are my 5-star TBR predictions. So these are books that I am most excited about to kind of pick up that are on my TBR, and these are ones that I'm expecting to love. I'm expecting to give 5 stars. So I feel like this is also leading them to the potential to be like not living up to the hype that I've created in my mind. But again, nevertheless, if I don't give it 5 stars, if I give it 4 stars, I think that is still pretty good. So yeah, these are the books on my TBR that I think I will be giving 5 stars to in the future. So starting out, this is a book that I've heard really great things about it, and my friend has read this and she keeps talking about it and saying how much she loved it. Don't know if this will necessarily be 5 stars, maybe 4 stars, but still, nevertheless, I have high expectations for this one, and it is People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. And so I got into kind of romance novels last year. Like, I did read the Brown Sisters trilogy by Talia Hibbert, and I really loved that. So this will be my newest kind of romance read, and I'm definitely going to pick this one up in February just to kind of go on with the Valentine's Day theme. But it follows two friends that had like a really, strong friendship, and then every year they would go 1 week on vacation together until 2 years ago when they have a falling out, and it kind of goes off from there. And I'm just really excited to pick this one up. I think it is not like enemies to like lovers, but possibly, I don't know, they do not like each other anymore, but they do have that like friendship history, which I think will be interesting. And like I said, I didn't think I would be one to like really enjoy romance novels, but like I said, I've heard really great things about this one, and the expectations are high with this one. So not only is this a book that I've heard really great reviews for, but it's one of the authors is one of my favorite authors of all time, so naturally the expectations are pretty high, and it is State of Terror by Hillary Clinton and Louise Penny. So this is their, I don't know if this is a standalone or this will be like a series or anything like that, but this is their political thriller that they've written together. All I know is that it basically follows the Secretary of State who was appointed by the president, and they don't really like each other, and so this was his way of controlling one of his harshest critics. And within weeks of the main character's appointments, terrorists strike a series of horrific blows. As the State Department is in disarray, the new Secretary of State must scramble to figure out what has happened and what will happen next. Adding to the crisis, the previous administration left the country without many friends or allies. And it kind of goes off from there. Like I said, I love Louise Penny, and I did really enjoy Hillary Clinton's What Happened memoir. So like I said, I have high expectations for this one. I think it'll just be like a fun read to kind of enjoy and just, start. Like I said, I haven't read any political thrillers yet, so like I said, I'm really excited for this one just because I love Louise Penny, and I think you can't really go wrong with anything she writes. So this is a historical fiction novel that I just think sounds super, super interesting, and it is Still Life by Sarah Winman. This is a book I've had my eye on for a while, and it was definitely the cover that really drew me in, but then once I read the synopsis, I was like, you know what? This one sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. And so it says, Tuscany, 1944, as Allied troops advance and bombs fall around deserted villages, a young English soldier, Ulysses, finds himself in the wine cellar of an abandoned villa. There he has a chance encounter with Evelyn, a middle-aged art historian who has come to Italy to salvage painting from the ruins and recall long-forgotten memories of her own youth. In each other, Ulysses and Evelyn find a kindred spirit amidst the rubble of war-torn Italy and set off a course of events that will shape Ulysses' life for the next 4 decades. As Ulysses returns home to London, re-immersing himself in his crew at the Stoddard and Parrot, a motley mix of pub crawlers and eccentrics, he carries his time in Italy with him, and when an unexpected inheritance brings him back to where it all began, Ulysses knows better than to tempt fate and return to the Tuscan hills. I think this one is really interesting. I like kind of how it's that chance encounter, and we follow these characters for the next 4 decades, and I'm assuming it's just how their kind of narratives have intertwined. I think that is such an interesting concept. So like I said, sky high expectations for this one. it just seems like it'll be really interesting. And yeah, I think kind of following these characters through for decades will be really interesting to see, and also kind of incorporating kind of a World War II aspect in here. It just sounds like it ticks off all the boxes of things that I really love. And again, this is another historical fiction that's just, the concept sounds super interesting, and it is The Forest of Vanishing Stars by Kristin Harmel. A lot of you guys, I talked about this in my book haul that I did at the end of December, and a lot of you guys said this one sounds super interesting too. But basically it says, after being stolen from her wealthy German parents and raised in the unforgiving wilderness of Eastern Europe, Yona has amassed a lifetime of survivor skills. She knows how to find food in the depths of the harshest winter, how to build a shelter to withstand the elements, and even how to kill a man if she must, but little about the simplest human interactions. Her solitary existence is interrupted in the early days of World War II, however, when she happens upon a group of Jews fleeing Nazi persecution. Stunned to learn what's happening in the outside world, she vows to teach the group all she can about surviving in the forest, and in turn, they teach her some surprising lessons about opening her heart after years of isolation. I just think this sounds so intriguing, and just have like a perspective of someone who's just been kind of living in the forest in isolation, kind of not really knowing what's going on with the state of the world. Sounds super interesting. And like I said, yeah, I'm expecting to really like this. And then also her other book, which is the Book of Lost Names, which is the Tales and Teacups book club pick for January and February. That one also I feel like I'm gonna love. So like I said, just this author in general and her like books and like synopses that I've read, I just feel like I'm gonna be loving everything she's gonna be writing. And lastly, this is a tried and true author. I've loved her series, and I've read maybe like, I'm trying to think, 5, like maybe close to 10 of her books now, and it is Gilded by Marissa Meyer. This is her newest novel that has come out that is a fairy tale retelling of Rumpelstiltskin. I know a little bit about this fairy tale, but I don't know it as well of like some of the other, like, you know, Cinderella or like Little Red Riding Hood, like the ones that the Lunar Chronicles are based on. Like, but this one I really like love Marissa. Sorry, I feel like I have a Tucker fluff like on my face, sorry. But this one I feel like will just be a lot of fun. I feel like where Marissa Meyer shines is the dialogue that she creates with her characters. I feel like that is very much kind of how she stands out amongst a lot of the kind of YA fairy tale retellings. I feel like that makes her really stand out, and just how she can convey so much of a character's personality through their dialogue. And so this one I said sounds like really a lot of fun. I haven't read a Marissa Meyer book in a while, since basically I finished the Renegade series like a couple years ago. So yeah, I'm excited to dive back into another Marissa Meyer book. I've enjoyed basically all of the books of hers that I've read, so yeah, I have high expectations for this one. I think this one will be just kind of a fun, fantastical read. So that's it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what books on your TBR you think are going to be 5-star reads and all of that fun stuff. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.